So, you've installed Unreal Engine 5, but you have no idea what to do next or how to even move the camera? Well, fret no more, because by the time you're done with this video, you will be moving around the viewport like a pro. Now we will be going over the different windows of the engine. The most prominent window when you open the engine will be the viewport. The viewport is your view into the 3D world of the engine. Here you can manipulate objects and move around in a no-clip free-fly camera to manipulate the world. We'll go over camera controls in a little bit, but we still have more windows to talk about. The next most important window in UE5 is the toolbar at the top. This is one of the most important windows as it is where you can add objects and test your game and engine. Say you want to add a cube, you can go to the plus and under shapes, just select a cube. You can also change modes, like say you want to make a landscape, you can go from the default select mode to the landscape mode, or vice versa. Then we have the outliner. It shows you a tree-like representation of the objects in your scene, with the objects that are children of other objects being indented underneath. The outliner is useful if you want to see the name of every object in your scene and how they relate to each other. You can also hide and unhide objects by pressing on the eye icon, and you can create folders to move objects just like in the Windows File Explorer. Then we have the details panel. Here you can see everything about any object you select, like the position, mix, texture, etc. For example, you can select that cube from earlier and put a 2 in the Z-scale to make it taller. If you ever want to undo anything, just press Ctrl Z like in any other app. Finally, we have the content browser. You may not have it as the default view does not, but it is very important to have. So to get it, just go to Window, then under Content Browser, select the first one. In the Content Browser, you can see every file in your whole project, and you can drag out files directly to the viewport. And it works just like the Windows File Explorer, where you can rename, edit, and make new files and folders to organize your work. Now that we know how to use the windows in Unreal, we need to learn how to move the camera. Don't be scared, it's actually rather simple once you get the hang of it. In order to move in the viewport, the first thing you want to do is with your mouse in the viewport, hold down the right mouse button and move your mouse to rotate. Then, just like any game, you can use WASD to move and E and Q to go up and down. You can control your camera speed with the mouse wheel by scrolling. You can go faster or slower. If you go really far away and get lost, you can use your outliner to select any object, then press F to focus on it. And if you want to pivot around a focused object, you can use the left mouse button and Alt to rotate around the object. Alt with the right mouse button lets you zoom in and out on the selected object. You can also change how you're viewing your scene. If you want a top-down view, you can click on Perspective and change it to top, or any other 2D view, or any other 2D way you want to see your world. If you want to go back to a 3D view, you can click on the perspective option again. Next to perspective, you have your different view modes. These allow you to see more detailed view of your world. Lit is the default and the one that your player will see, but say you want to see how many triangles you have, you can go to wireframe. Or if you want to see your world without any lighting, you can go to Unlit. It is a great debug tool and we will be using it throughout the series. Next to the view modes, we have the Show button. This allows you to select or deselect anything you wish based off of its groups. Most of them are self-explanatory, like say you want to get rid of the grid at the bottom, you can deselect the grid option in the Show menu. Finally, one of the most important things is the game view, which is activated by pressing G. When you press G, you will see what your player sees without all the non-rendered dev-only widgets like the grid or non-mesh actors. Now you know how to move around the editor like a pro. Next we will need to learn how to create, destroy, and manipulate objects, but that will have to wait for next time. In the meantime, you should subscribe and ring the bell to be notified next week when that video comes out. Appearing now, you should see a playlist for this series, so if you're watching this video in the future or want to catch up on other videos, why not binge it now? But until next time, have a great day, and bye for now.